Okay guys, so the first question is find the equation line 2 minus 3, 1 with slope 2 over 3. You have the equation line formula y minus y1 equals m into x minus x1. X1 and y1 are the points on is the point that the line goes through, and the m value is 2 over 3, so it's simply going to be y minus 1 equals 2 over 3 into x minus 3, which would be x plus 3, multiply the 3 over the other side. So 3 is being multiplied by everything on the right hand side. So it means we can bring 3 over the other side. If you're thinking about this thing here, it's essentially 2 times x plus 3 divided by 3, which is 2x plus 6 all over 3. And that's why you can just bring the 3 straight over in the first place. 3 multiplied by y minus 1 is 2y minus 3. That equals 2x plus 6. Move everything to the left and we get minus 2x plus 3y, and then minus 3 minus 6 is minus 9 equals 0, and then multiply both sides by negative, and this is what you get. Okay, hope that's okay with you guys. That's basically it. Okay, now next thing. That's question 2. Question 5. These two lines are perpendicular. What that means is that essentially they cross at 90 degrees to each other. If the slope of the first one is m1 and the slope of the second line is m2, what this means is that m1 multiplied by m2 has to equal minus 1. Remember, what would be a slope perpendicular to 3 over 4? Well, turn the fraction upside down, and you get a 4 over 3, and it's a positive fraction, so you need a negative fraction to be perpendicular to that. A positive slope, which is going upwards, is always perpendicular to a negative slope, which goes downwards when traveling left to right. If I had minus 5 over 7 as a slope, the perpendicular slope to that would be positive 7 over 5. Now, what we're going to use here is we're going to use the equation y equals mx plus c. And we use y equals mx plus c, what we can get is 3y over the other side, and we get 3y equals 2x plus 5. And divide by 3, y equals 2 over 3x plus 5 over 3. This means it has a slope of 2 over 3. So the perpendicular slope must be minus 3 over 2. So we do the same trick with this one. We know this one has to have a slope of minus 3 over 2. So once again, we get y on its own. So we're going to get ky equals minus 3x minus 8 divided by 2. Divided by k, I mean you're going to get minus 3 over k x minus 8. Minus 3 over k must equal minus 3 over 2. This implies that k equals 2. Questions 2 and 5 done. Now, if you have an xy axis and you have any random line, when the line crosses the y axis, the x value is always 0. When it crosses the x axis, the y value is always 0. So, quite simply, when you get an equation like this, you have two choices, right? So you have x minus 3y minus 6 equals 0. If you're looking to see where it crosses the y-axis, simply put x equal to 0. Because you know it has to be 0 when it crosses that line. And then we can just get minus 6 equals 3y, divide both sides by 3, y equals minus 2. This gives me the point 0. Nextly, if you wanted to cross the x-axis, just put y equal to 0. Y is equal to 0, we're going to get x minus 6 equals 0, and then quite simply x equals 6. So our line, if we were asked to draw the line, our line would look something like this. Okay. Happy days. Now, 3, 5, 8, now 12. Find the slopes of the following pairs of lines, state whether they are parallel or perpendicular or neither. Well, we're going to use y equals mx plus c. We're constantly going to get y on its own. So this one has a slope of 3 because the m value is 3. In this one we need to get y on its own. So we'd end up getting y equals multiplication of 3 on the right would be division of 3 on the left. So that would be 1/3 x equals y, which is the same thing as y equals 1/3 x. Now 3 and 1/3 are the two slopes for this. 3 and 1/3. And what you get is when you multiply them by each other, to test if they're perpendicular, when you multiply them both by each other, you should get -1. But in this case, we do not get -1 because 3 times 1/3 is 1. So these ones are not perpendicular. Okay? So they're not perpendicular, they're not parallel. Now, next one. Once again, we'll do question part 2 here, right? So bring them to the other side, so we get y on its own equals -2x plus 1. This gives it a slope of -2. Now get y on its own, it's going to be x take away 1 equals 2y, or 2y equals x minus 1 divided by 2, x equals, y equals half x take away a half, and what you get is a slope of a half. So this is an m value of a half. Multiply both slopes by each other, we get -2 multiplied by a half, and that if it equals -1, they're perpendicular. In this case, they are in fact perpendicular. Let's do part 5 as an example. What you do here is you say the first one is y equals 2x minus 1. So part 5, the slope is 2 because it's mx plus c. Get y on its own over here, and we get y equals 2x plus 3. Or when I brought the y over, it would have been 2x plus 3 equals y. This one also has a slope of 2. If they have the same slope, they're parallel. So the answer for question 5 would be parallel. 3, 5, 8, 12, 15. Find the equation of a line that is parallel to this line here and contains the point of intersection of these two lines. So the first thing what we're going to say is, imagine I color these 3 different lines, alright? So this one's green, this one's blue, and this one's red. Alright? So the way this looks, it's quite confusing in the language, but the way this looks is basically the red one and the blue one intersect each other. Doesn't matter what way I draw them. I'm not drawing the slopes accurately. There's the point of intersection in purple. Okay. The green line is over here, somewhere else. The green line can be miles away. The green line can be this slope here. And what it's looking for is a line that goes through this, but actually has the same slope as the green line. So imagine I transferred it like this, same slope, but goes through the purple line. So the first thing we need to do is we need to find, we're looking for the equation of a line. So look at the keyword, we're looking for the equation of a line. So that's y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. Well, we can find the slope straight away because we can move y over the other side. So we get 3x plus 4 equals y, which is the same thing as y equals 3x plus 4. This has a slope of 3. So the original green line, even though it's not drawn that way, would have a slope of 3. So this is me working on the original green line. And then I bring it over here, and this is the line we're looking for, which I'll now change color to, I don't know, yellow. This yellow line goes through the point of intersection. Its slope is 3, but need to find the point of intersection. To find the point of intersection, we're going to do a simultaneous equation. 2x plus 3y equals 12, and this is 3x minus 4y equals 1. And what we're going to do is I'm going to multiply the top equation by 4, and the bottom equation by 3. And what I'm going to get is 8x plus 12y equals 48. And I'm going to get 9x minus 12y equals 3. 17x equals 51. Divide 51 by 17 and x equals 3. So this is the point. Now I have to find the y value. To find the y value, I just put it back into the original equation. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 3y equals 12. 3y equals 12. Take away the 6. Y equals 2. This is the point 3, 2. So we have a slope, and now we have a point. This makes this whole thing very easy then. So I can get rid of all that. And this. And what we get is take away y1, which will be 2. X1 is 3. So y take away 2 equals 3, which is the slope. X minus 3. Y minus 2 equals 3x minus 9. Bring everything over one side if you want to. Minus 3x plus y minus 2 plus 9 is plus 7 equals 0. Multiply both sides by negative if you have to. You're good. You're good to go. Now, 15. Suppose we do 17 now. We're done. Recorded for 12 minutes. Alright, enough of class anyway. So, 17. I'll leave 17. Maybe. I'll leave 17. Long day. So, this time.